wanted to come on here and share with y'all today a blessing from a food ministry, but this particular one came from a local church, Authentic Life Church. I want to give attention to and shout out to and information to those that don't know about food banks, food missions, food pantries, and things like this. There's a lot of churches that try to do it, but they're not all church related. But look at the blessing today. And I literally started out kind of earlier today. On some months, whatever little bit of money we make seems to go more towards bills and expenses and maybe some other supplies, and sometimes food isn't always a high on the list priority after you've paid some of the things that you need to pay. So food banks are very critical. And so I prayed this morning, it would be nice to get some fresh fruit and vegetables. Well, via Facebook, I found out about this through Authentic Life Church. Oranges. Now these seem to be very small ones. I gave some to Mama, and she said they seem to be too hard to peel, but great for juicing. But still, there's that. Look at this. This is a whole box of fresh broccoli like you get in the produce section. Fresh, Atlantic fresh broccoli. And here it just says greens. And this looks to me, being a country gal, this looks like turnip greens to me. But it doesn't matter what kind of greens. What a blessing. I am already in the process. I've shared some stuff with my mother, my brother. I have another sister that's going to be getting some stuff that she'll be sharing. And the point in this actually is kind of twofold. I am trying to figure out, is there any way that any of us can kind of coordinate together, even if we're in different states, different areas, and sort of share information. I'm not sure how to do this. I know how to do it on Facebook because you can do a page. Because I know some local food ministries, like one of them that we have here that I highly praise. I know for a fact from personal experience what they do. They're fairly new. They are licensed, a nonprofit that they've just recently filed for that. Wakulla Giving Hands. We are in Florida, but I know for a fact that these are in other states because I used to know and occasionally help with some donation areas in North Carolina. I know of, I've never met him personally, but Josh Paul up in North Carolina, and he helps with Appalachians a lot. And whenever I had my store in North Carolina, this is not a patting me on the back. I've had a little bit of dealings with this. That the Lord burdened on my heart for me to start something called the donation station. And then one of my precious Christian friends ran it in North Carolina. Well, whenever I sold my store and had to leave that area and come down here, sadly the donation station had to close. But it got to where everything that came in was free, everything that went out was free. And I got sources at that time that I dealt with social services. I dealt with, at a certain point you get to a point to where they know who to call when there's a wife abuse situation and they have to leave out of a dangerous situation. And I became a good advocate because I spent so much time online to where even if I didn't have something that people needed when they were in need, I knew how to go about getting it. So I would plaster things on the internet. Hey, single mother from an abuse situation needs a twin bed and a couch and yada yada yada, and almost always by the end of the day some gracious person donated them. I do warn that we are in a day and an age that there's crooks out there, there's shysters, because even whenever I opened the donation station, that my wonderful friend Mary Mashburn, I don't know if you'll ever hear this, Mary, but I love you. You're one of the sweetest people I have ever met in my life. But I started enjoying networking with this. But I will tell you, at a certain point, once people think that you're even involved in a group or an association that wants to help others, you'll have every lazy, alcoholic, drug addict, whatever, that sounds horrible, and I don't mean it as bad as it sounds, but you'll get these people that don't want to work for a living, but will come in and tell you the sorriest, the saddest story about my mama's dying of this, and or my child has cancer, and yada yada yada. Can you please help? And then 3 days later, you've helped them, and whatever you gave them is now for sale on Facebook. So that was a long way around me saying, please learn to have a heart to help people, but don't just willy-nilly expect that everyone that gives you a sad story really is in need. Some of them, and I'm not trying to be ugly about them, some of those are alcoholics or drug addicted, and they're going to sell whatever it is you give them, furniture-wise or anything of value. They're going to sell that, or even if you hand money out on the streets, a lot of times those people will take that cash and do something with it to support a habit. You know, the best way you can help someone, give them food. You give them a jacket. You give them a coat. You send them to who can give them food. You send them to who can give them some clothes or that can help them with furniture. I wish I knew how to network on YouTube like I used to be able to on Facebook, but I don't know how to do it. Do any of y'all have any ideas of how to help? More and more, it's like we're in a divided United States in more ways than one. The way I'm meaning it, because we are definitely divided, black against white, left against right, church against non-church. You know what I mean. I'm not telling you something you don't already know, but we're divided in so many other ways. There's certain groups of people that seem as if everything is okay in the world, and some of us know it's not. So I don't know how or why some are blinded. I'm not saying it's not the apocalypse yet or anything like that, but I'm seeing people still opening new businesses, and sadly they're throwing good money in after bad, and 6 months later their business is shut down, all because they live in a dream world thinking everything is peachy keen. Can we somehow help each other? Can any of y'all give me any ideas? This had nothing to do with me, and this Authentic Life Church, God bless them. There's Crawfordville United Methodist Church. There's Lake Ellen Baptist Church that also deal with food pantries and Second Harvest and food giveaways. Learn who you can trust, and before you go around donating things to people that just maybe a nickel on a dollar goes to actually helping others, please do some research. Don't ever feel bad about doing research on some of these organizations, because some will pretend to be a ministry or a thrift store that helps others, and they're just not. I don't care what good name they have, and I'm afraid I can't even call the name of some of these, that a nickel on a dollar goes to help others. I'm talking about this is a church, but that Wakulla Giving Hands and some of these others that help up in Appalachia, there's really a big need in the mountains in the Appalachians, and that's in Kentucky, that's in West Virginia. There's certain areas that, I mean, they don't have the pot nor the window to toss it out of, if you know the reference I'm talking about, the saying. Can we come up with a way to help people? I can't help but think that some people will donate if they know something is legitimate. But almost all of us has helped people or organizations that really were evil. They weren't what they said. Don't give up yet. There's people that are in this that are legitimate, and it's all free. Wakulla Giving Hands, anyone that helps them, they are volunteers. There is no board members that makes big incomes. They're just not. I wish I could remember the name of Josh Paul. His big old warehouse. He's up in North Carolina. What is that? Let me see if I copied that. Because some of these people, either I know them personally or I have heard of them. Yeah, Wakulla Giving Hands Incorporated. Josh Paul. Okay, this was hosted at the New Life Wilkesboro. I don't know. Anchor Ridge Appalachian Programs. There are people that out there that don't have the connections that, for example, this man has, but he's a wonderful man. Take the time now to see, I need this, some of this. I live on Social Security. One of my brothers lives on disability, and I know plenty of friends that live on little to nothing, and some of us don't get food stamps, we don't get anything. So help me think of a way. How can we help others? Give me some ideas, and let's see what we can do. I know so many of y'all don't like Facebook. I just want to help others. This is all free, and one day all of this is going to be gone. And I share everything that I don't need, I pass on, and sometimes I pass on what I could use because we care about people. And I know some of y'all do too. So give me some ideas. But I did want to say this, and I wanted to bring, because this has been on my heart for a while, I did tell that Wakulla Giving Hands, if they can just find someone to donate them a building, they're having to turn donations away of furniture and things like this because they have no place to put it. There's tax write-offs. In case some of y'all don't know, I used to own my own business, like I said, and I used to work for a CPA firm many years ago. There's tax write-offs for some things that, for example, if you donate your building that's just sitting there empty, your warehouse, your building, your whatever, and you rent it or you lease it out for $0 or $1 a month, you can write that off on your taxes, and you can write off the amount that you would have typically made, say $2,000 a month, $1,000 a month, and you have some tax write-offs on that. And you get to help a good cause. Find some causes to help. Okay? I love you guys. I hope I made sense in some of this. I always mean well, and for some reason, camera comes on, my brain shuts down, but my mouth keeps running on. Let's learn to help people. Yeah, I've already given some of this away. I'm going to find out some more, because actually I have another couple boxes. Help where you can. Some of us are called to help. It may be in no other way than to just tell others. We don't all have deep pockets, and I'm one of those. I don't have a deep pocket. But if you need me to help you, try to see, can I find a place where you can get some help, whether it be food or whatever. I'll try to put my email down below in the description, or I may even put it in the comment line. Email me if you're afraid to put on here where you live. Email me directly and say, hey, I live in Louisville, I live in so-and-so. Can you tell me where I can go for some help? And I swear on my honor, I will try my best to see, is there a pantry? Is there a second harvest? Is there a Giving Hands? Is there a donation station? Something close by that I can tell you where to go, or if I can't tell you where to go, maybe I can at least connect you with someone that can help you. Or if you have donations to make, it won't be to me. I'm going to tell you up front, I don't do that. But I'll be happy to try to help you find some legitimate sources to give donations to that will actually feed the poor and the hungry and clothe the poor. Okay? Love you guys. Take care. Give me some comments. I really want to help. I really, really want to help. And my pocket is not very deep, but I can help by spreading information, by getting you information. Love you guys. Bye.